I hope you are too. Please use the chat if you have questions, and we'll try to get to those. But like I said, we have 40 minutes. So I'm super excited because Christabel is a brand new diamond, and she came to me and she's like, I want to do what it takes to go diamond. And I like that gave me chills because I think that people really need to, it's a good topic because people really need to know like what it takes. Because a lot of people join and they're like, they have hopes of making a couple extra $100. Then they see their sites on Diamond, they're like, that's what I want. But you guys like oftentimes don't know what it looks like, what the day in and day out, and like the mind shifts and all the different things that go into that, what that looks like. So we're gonna try to map that out for you. After she asked me, I had an idea of, it just popped in my head, and I'm like, yes, this is what we need. And it popped in my head because Christabel is not my personally enrolled, and her enroller left, right? But she went diamond anyways. And you guys, to me, that's powerful because you don't need an enroller to achieve your dreams. You really don't. And that message is what is part of what I want to get across tonight, because, and that's why I chose Marisa and Myra as well. Marisa went diamond, and her enroller left as well. And guess what? She went double too without her enroller. You guys, you don't need an enroller to make things happen. You have your own business to take control of and to make your dreams happen. And you are not capped to anyone. You're limitless. And Myra, she's been with us before. And guess what? She went double diamond when she was with us before. And her enroller was not really around. And she's with us again. And guess what? She just went diamond again. So that's why I chose these three, because they made this happen without anyone telling them, like, or looking over their shoulder, or, you know, giving them all the tips and things like that. They did it on their own. And so can you. So with that said, this waiting room thing is gonna like drive me batty. Why? Okay. So my service is kicking me off. Okay, I hope my service is okay because it's a little wonky around here too. Okay, so I'll get going, and then each of us is gonna spend, like, depending on time, like around 7-8 minutes, giving you our best tips. So I'll start, and I'll try to talk slow. Myra or Christabel, do you wanna one of you unmute and translate for me? Yeah, yay.
Do I have anybody in here that's just Spanish speaking? This is Myra. I think the girls that are mine are bilingual, so they're able to understand.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're recording, so I didn't know if you want to have the Spanish version like recorded for them too. No biggie if not. Otherwise, we'll just roll with it.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
Okay. Okay, so for me, the biggest thing for me is I am very, very visual. And when I was going diamond in my first 3 months, I got my kit. You guys, I had my eyes set and my heart set on an extra $500 because that meant that I could continue to be home with my kids. That's where I was set on that. And I made that happen within my first like few days, you guys. I had a couple parties and it was bam, like wrap cash and a couple fast starts. And I mean, it happened so fast. Then you guys, I did that before my kit even arrived. And then my kit arrived. And in my kit, I had this massive like sheet that talked about going diamond and a $10,000 bonus. And so you guys, I went in the e-suite and I read all the documents. I read all the FAQs. I read all the rules on how to get it done so I didn't miss anything. I wanted to know, like, make sure that I wasn't skipping any beats. That's one thing that I want you to make sure that you need to know is what it takes, what the requirements are, because they change sometimes. And then the biggest thing, you guys, is to print out the chart. You need a chart, and you need a pencil, and you need an eraser and an eraser topper, or a pink thingy. And you guys, it's so important to have that thing folded up in your back pocket or in your purse pocket at all times, because you're going to be talking to a heck of a lot of people, and you're going to want to write all of those names down on the back of that chart, because you're not going to want to lose track of anyone. And you need to know where you're at all times on that chart to make it happen, because that's extremely motivating. Like when you know what's left and where, it is going to propel you every single day to make it happen. And it's also going to train your brain on how to make it happen, because your brain's going to start to believe it when it sees it every single day. This is where I'm headed. I am going to make this happen. There's no question about it, right? You guys following me? Your brain is powerful. And what I want you to know about that is you have to do the personal development, but at the same time, you have to keep it in front of you, because that's part of the personal development. Like training your own brain to make happen what you want to have happen. Then you need to grow your network daily. You guys, I started with, I think, 500 and some friends on Facebook, and I didn't even have an Instagram. Okay, like you need fresh eyes on your posts at all times. Otherwise, it's going to feel dry, and you're going to feel like you're scrounging for people. I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but like you don't want to feel like you're just crawling through the mud, like you're trying to find some people. Like you want the people coming to you. And that's going to happen when you're growing your network daily and people are fresh seeing your posts and your stories, right? And that's exciting. So grow your network daily. You guys, be bold. Ask anyone and everyone when you're going diamond. Who cares? If they say no, next. If they say no, next, right? That is the mindset that you need. And then, you have to like, this is my last tip. You have to train your mind and your body to have, and your heart to have a layer of trampoline skin. And what I mean by that is when you're going for something big, you're going to get daggers thrown at you. They come like out of nowhere. And it may look like an upset customer. It may look like a distributor that's like giving you a hard time all the time. It may look like someone passing away. It may look like something happening at your job out of nowhere, or a car accident. I don't know, things just start happening when you're going for a promotion. It just happens. So have that in mind and develop trampoline skin. And what I mean by that is you have to try to let things bounce off and not affect you, because it starts to affect your spirit, and then it affects your mindset, and it just starts to downward spiral, if I'm making any sense. So trampoline skin is huge. Those are my tips. I'm at my 10-minute mark, may have gone a little over. Christabel, you want to take over and I'll mute myself.
Yeah, hello everybody, I'm Christabel. So I'm gonna make it super fast. I'm a fast talker, you guys, and I'm sorry, but I do know I talk very fast. So if you have a question, like, please drop it in the chat. But I'm Christabel, you guys. Just a quick little story. Like, it took me a while to go diamond. So anyone on here that's been in the business for a year, 2 years, like, don't get mad at yourself. Keep going, you guys. It took me, I hit my 4th year this year in the company, okay? And I'm gonna start with that. And like Jen said, my enroller left, you guys, okay? My enroller left, then I found the person that enrolled her, she left, and then I found a sideline that I gripped ties with, and we were so close, and then she left, and then I was just myself all over again. But I'm gonna jump right in, you guys, and just like Jen said, the number one thing, like literally the number one thing that I have written down right here is mindset, you guys. Like, I'm going to tell you that right now, that is the most crucial, important thing besides actually doing the work, because we have to do the work to get anywhere. But my number one thing and my biggest roadblock was my mindset, you guys. I was my biggest enemy. Like, and I had to come to realize that it was me. It wasn't John. It wasn't Maria. It wasn't Brad. It wasn't my girlfriend. It wasn't anyone. It was me who was in my way. So my biggest tip for mindset, you guys, is get into some self-development. Like I sat at Ruby for over a year, you guys. I sat at Emerald for over a year, you guys. And when I realized I listened to Ashley Sinclair, like you guys, I would jump on every training. Okay. So stay close to the fire. Like even if your enroller's not here, stay close to the fire. Get on every training you can get onto, get on every Zoom you can get onto, and get the lives, you guys. The recordings are awesome. They're so awesome, but the lives, there's something about the lives that you just feel it, okay? And I remember listening to Ashley Sinclair. I was stuck at Ruby, and she said, if you're stuck at Ruby and you've been there longer than 3 months, 6 months, it's your mind. I cried, you guys, when she said that. Oh my God, I could cry right now. I cried when she said that because it hit me like, girl, this is all you. It's your mind. So my biggest tip for self-development, you guys, like, I'm not a book reader. I try my best to read books. Like the truth is I'm not a book reader, and I try to listen to audiobooks, and the truth is like I rarely ever finish a book. I'll start and I'll be like, oh, that's really good. And then I don't finish it. What I do, you guys, is go to YouTube, search short motivational videos. I have the attention span of a fish, you guys, like, or a dog, a squirrel, whatever you want to say. My attention span is like short. And so I would literally go to YouTube and be like, short motivational videos, quick motivational video. And that 3 to 5 minute motivational video, I'd be pumped and ready to go. And call me crazy, I'd listen to the same video 10 times, okay? And it'd be stuck on repeat, and I would keep going, and it would just like pump me and fire me up. So self-development, you guys, like that is my biggest tip, self-development. But I can't just say do self-development and you're gonna boom, because it's not the truth. You can do self-development and develop a super strong mind and get there to have that mentality to where you're not holding yourself back, but you also have to do the work, okay? Like you have to do the work, you guys. And when I say do the work, it means get up your host a post. Okay, like host a post, you guys, is huge. I was like Jen when I started. I had 300 friends on Facebook. I was that girl that would get on Facebook and just creep on all my other friends. I rarely ever posted. Like for me, it was just like not for me. Social media was just there, okay? You guys, I'm literally always cleaning out my Facebook because I need room, okay? So that's telling you that I've grown my network from having 300 friends to having to literally have to clean my network every other day. Delete every other day and make sure I'm getting new faces. So huge, you guys, grow your network, like grow your network, but do your host a post too. It's such a great way to grow your network, and you're guaranteeing that these people have an interest when you add them to your Facebook. You're not just adding sporadically or adding and hoping they're going to be interested in the business. These people legit are most likely going to buy with you, okay? Because they are interested in the product for sure. Now, like going off of host a post, follow up, you guys. If you don't follow up, you're missing so many sales. So many sales. And I'm going to tell you guys, my follow-up game was so weak, like so weak. And I don't know if it was just a fear. Yeah, it was a fear. Like I should not say I don't know. It was a fear, you guys, of them telling me no, or I'm bugging them, but no, you know how many times I have followed up now and they're like, oh my God, thank you so much for reminding me. Yeah, let's get the order in. Oh yeah, I did say this. Yes, let's place the order. And it's like, follow up, you guys. These people really expect you and want you to follow up with them. And if you're not following up, guess what? Jen's following up with them. Marissa's following up with them. Myra's following up with them. Jessica's following up with them. If you're not following up, somebody is. Y'all, I can't even tell you how many times I've seen someone else steal a DT. Steal a DT. They didn't steal that DT. They followed up with that DT before I did. Okay, so you guys follow up. You have to. My other thing is message. Ask, you guys. You have to ask. If you're not willing to ask, the answer is no. The answer is no, because you're not even willing to ask. But most of the time, the answer is tell me more, or what is this, or yes. Okay, and you would be shocked. There's been times now, y'all, I'm chicken. And I hate to admit that, okay? Because I'm a strong red, you guys. So I hate to admit that I'm chicken. But I will literally jump into someone's inbox, send a message, and jump out, okay? And then I'll see later on. If I see they're writing back, I'm like, oh my God, let me get out of the inbox, okay? Y'all, and like, I don't know. Maybe it's an adrenaline rush. I don't know. But just send the message. You know, you're probably going to get a positive answer and you're going to be so ecstatic, and it's only going to fuel you more to keep going. Okay. So ask the question, because if not, Jen's going to ask and Jen's going to sign them. And then you're going to be like, I've been talking to that girl for 6 months, you know, and then you're going to feel some type of way. So ask the questions, you guys. Message, comment, all likes, any comments, any likes, message them. Hey girl, I saw you like this. Are you interested? I have spots open. I'd love to get you started. Just ask. And then my other one, I just did quick little bullet points, is be consistent, you guys, especially if you're doing host to post and you're asking people to post for you for your business, and then they go to your page and they start scrolling down your page and they think, what business? You're not being consistent. Okay. If they have to wonder, does this girl, go to your own Facebook page? And I do this all the time. Instagram, Facebook, go to your own page and see how it looks. Can you tell that you're running a business from social media? If you can't, then you need to work on your consistency. You need to post a little bit more. But yeah, you guys, those are my tips. Be consistent, posting and messaging, not just posting, you guys. I am a posting queen. I can post and I can make posts and I rock at them. But guess what? That didn't take me to diamond. The messaging took me to diamond, not the posting. Okay. So message, you guys, be consistent and get your mind right. Get your mind right. Search those YouTube videos. So that's the tips I have for you guys.
Okay, Miss Myra, you ready?
Hello. Yes, I
Yay.
am. Hi. First of all, thank you for inviting me to be part of this Zoom. I was super nervous. I gotta be honest. It's the first time that I do anything like this, so I was really, really nervous. I do have a list of the things I do. I'm a very social person. I'm a social butterfly. So most of my people come from just conversations. I post something about anxiety, something about depression, something about food. I'm always talking about, food and challenges like that. And then I start talking to people. And then what I do is I just message them later, kind of like what Krista was saying earlier, following up with them. Even if it's something like, hey, how's your mom doing? I read that your mom was, struggling, or that someone was sick in the family, and just engaging with them has given me the opportunity to meet people. And then later they'll be like, hey, can you tell me more about the coffee that you're selling, or those pills that I saw that you posted about? And so I'd be like, yeah, great. Let me tell you more. I've met with people that I've seen in social media who need food, who need housing, who need clothes. I've been donating my time a lot, because one of the things that I've been reading about is giving back. When you give back and you do it out of your heart, you get like so many good things come your way. So I've donated my time at food banks. I've donated clothes. I've given money to people I don't even know. And then these people come back later, and one of the girls actually joined my team because she was so happy and she noticed what I was doing, and she felt that, and it's giving me goosebumps. She felt that that I helped her so much that she wanted to do what I was doing. And so just doing that, every day has really changed my life in a positive way. And working with my team, trying to follow up with them and seeing how they're doing, what do they need, and doing Zooms like this with them and teaching them how to do it. Because a lot of times with me, like Jen was saying, my lead left. Like I couldn't get a hold of her. She would read my messages. She would never reply. I had questions. I didn't know what I was doing. And even though I was reading, and even now, Jen will tell you, I have a hard time understanding all like the little words in like documents. So I need someone to be there and, and help me grow. So I just want to say that going diamond has changed my life. And I want to thank everybody in my team, especially Jen, because she supported me so much and she's been so patient. It's been a challenge, but you know what, ladies? It's worth it. It's really worth it. My main point is follow up. I have a follow-up list of people that I talk to every day. I make conversations all the time, and I also do the videos just like Krista. I try to listen to people who are high in the company, high ranks, and I just follow them and see what they do every day. Thank you.
So good, so good, so good. I love that part about giving back. You guys, if you're struggling with, if you don't, anytime like I'm feeling like a lack within myself, when I take myself out of myself, if that makes any sense, and put my focus on giving back and put my focus on others, like I'm filled. So it's so true on getting yourself outside of yourself and just filling your cup by giving back. And I love that she touched on that because that's so key. All right, we have one last Miss Marisa to finish us off, and then you guys, I think we'll have time for questions if you guys have them. So if anything's brewing inside, please put it in the comments, and then we can touch on those at the end.
Hi, you guys. I'm Marisa Robinson. Okay, so I've been in 5 years. I'm a double diamond, and like Jen said, my enroller left. And the reason why we're telling you this, you guys, is because, I'll be honest, I joke with my leaders all the time. I'm like, do you think that we're giving too much to everybody? Like, do you think maybe we're giving too much? And this is the reason why, you guys, this is the reason why I kind of giggle about it, but it is so true. And hold on, baby. We have scripts for everything. We have pictures for everything. We have posts for everything. There's so much support. There's so much support. And so one of the things is that there's so many people when you look at it that did not have their enroller, you guys. And I know that a lot of you guys, and I'm going to mention her name just because I know a lot of you guys look up to her, okay? Because she went really fast. She accomplished a lot. But you guys, Jackie Deering did not have her enroller, okay? She's also within Jen Rupp's organization. So after Jackie Deering's enroller signed her, she left. That is a lot of our stories, you guys. That is so many successful people's story. And the reason why we say that, you guys, is because we want you to know that you have your hands on every tool that you need, everything that you need to be successful. You have to do one thing, okay? One thing, because you can have all the tools in the world. You can have every single thing that you need in the world to be successful at this business. And you need to do one thing. You have to decide. Literally, it comes down to deciding. To get to diamond, you have to decide that you are going to go after it, that you are worthy of it, that you are going to do anything that it takes to get there. Come hell or high water, you are going diamond. Now, here's the thing. I decided I was going diamond shortly after my enroller left, like when I was 5 months into this business, right? So what happened? It took me 3 years to hit diamond. What happened? My date on my goal changed, but my goal never changed. My goal was always diamond. And I talked about it every single month. And you don't think that sometimes I thought to myself, man, I bet people that are watching me within my social media feed, they're probably thinking to themselves, this chick is going diamond again this month. Okay, here she goes. I'm sure she's going to do it, every single time. But I kept putting it out there. I kept speaking it out loud. I kept telling my husband that I was a diamond. I showed up like a diamond. I showed up, you guys. That's another super, super important thing to remember, is that you got to show up. And here's one of the things, I was in Austin, and here's just one of the things I gotta touch on too, is you never know, here you can get to Rich, you never know what you're gonna hear on a Zoom that is gonna change your entire business. And it's different from hearing it on a recording. Because when you have it on a recording, just like Christabel said, when you have it on a recording, it is different. And one of the reasons why it's different is because you have to decide to click that video, see that it's an hour and a half long, decide to listen to it, find the time to listen to it, sit down and listen to it, and maybe listen to half, maybe not, maybe, but when you're here and you see people's faces, it's real to you. These people are real to you. This business is real to you. You hear them sitting there at the same time, listening to what they're saying. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is a real thing. This girl just said this. There is a Zoom, and I have it in my YouTube, and it's saved in my YouTube, and it's called going through the water, or when I went through the mud, I think is what it's called, when I went through the mud. You guys, I couldn't tell you who this person's name is. She's a presidential diamond. I think she's going after ambassador right now. She's not already ambassador. I literally was sitting with my team in Austin. The tribe that I prayed for, they're on this Zoom right now. You guys, for 3.5 years, I prayed for a tribe like I have right now. 3.5 years. And my first 3.5 years that I was in this business, a majority of those people, the first ones that signed up with me, they're all gone. And so I'm sitting in Austin and I'm literally at this event with my team. We had, I think, 15 girls there. We took a row and a half and they said, will all the presidential diamonds or ambassador diamonds, I can't remember, will they all come to the stage? And I'm sitting in the aisle and she's in the very back row. She walks by me and I look at Amber, I think Amber's on here. I looked at Amber and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the one that like changed everything for me. I literally started crying. Somebody in a page that I was invited to by corporate, because I didn't have a team page. Remember, I didn't have a team page until Jen adopted me in, and then she adopted my whole team in, right? So I was like, hi, Jen Ruppel, can we be in your team page and you give us all the sources to be successful? Thank you. So you guys, and then now we have our own, but I'm telling you, it's so crazy because you look at that and somebody put this in a corporate team page that I was invited to by somebody in corporate. And I think it was mentioned on a Show Me the Money call. So that's important too. Sunday night and Monday night calls are important because they mention these pages and you're like, oh, what's that? You go and search it and you join, right? Because it's a corporate page. I heard this video and it shifted everything. Like I will put that video on our page and Jen's page too, and it works better together too. Guys, it shifted everything for me. I listened to it and when I saw her walk by me in Austin, I literally had tears in my eye because that video was one of the reasons that I stayed. It was literally one of the reasons why I did not quit. And I'm going to tell you, it's insane because I was an emerald for so long and I wanted to quit because I hadn't hit diamond. I was wanting to walk away from the business after 3 years because I hadn't gone diamond and I was feeling discouraged. And you know what though? I didn't join this business for a rank. When I joined, just like every single one of y'all, when you joined this business because you wanted extra money, you wanted to help pay for groceries, you wanted to help make a car payment, you wanted to do whatever it is that you wanted to do. I have somebody that jumped in and they told me that they signed so that way they could help pay for like adoption fees and like to have a baby. All these different things, you guys. And you know what is insane? Why would we let a rank stop us? Just decide to go after it. And if you miss it, you keep going. But the work ethic, the host to post, the showing up, the staying close to the fire, all those things come after you decide. Because until you decide, nothing will get done. You won't do anything. I promise you. You got to decide that you're worthy. That's all.
Mommy, are you good? So good. Oh my gosh. I think maybe we should compile our list of our bullet points and we'll share that too along with the recording. But decide, like, yes, that's so huge. And then when she was saying, you know, don't get hung up on a rank, you guys, I just want to touch on, don't get hung up on a bonus either. Here's the thing, corporate puts out these bonuses, but that's just it, they're bonuses. I can promise you that once you hit diamond and you start seeing your leadership bonuses that are added on to your commissions and your cab bonuses that are added on, you're going to be mind blown. And you're not going to want to stop at just diamond. I mean, you're going to be pretty pumped, but you're going to want to increase that. The generational bonuses that happen, you guys, when you get diamond and double and triple are insane. You start to capture so much more. And that will pay you way more and way longer than any bonus. I just wanted to put that out there. Like, this business will pay you, but you have to work. Like, if you want a full-time income, you have to put in the work like it's a full-time income, right? But if you want part-time income, then put in part-time work, you know, and then you're going to have to be happy with the outcome.
I'm going to add this. When you are working on going diamond too, this comes with deciding, you guys. How many times have we gone after diamond? And this has happened several times to me. I know it's happened to Christabel because we've talked about it before. When you are going after it and you get to like the 15th of the month, the 20th of the month, and you look at what you need and you're like, man, I'm going to miss it this month, but I'll get it next month. It's okay. you have accepted that you are not promoting. That goes against deciding. That goes against your decision. So you really haven't decided. You really haven't decided. I just want to throw that out there. You got to watch what you're telling yourself. You got to watch it, because when we're so easy, we're so quick. We're so quick to like, be careful with what our kids are telling ourselves. Be careful with what they're telling themselves. You know, like Rocky always says, you know, things about himself. And I'm like, no, that's not true. That's not true. You're smart. You're smart. And so, you know, they do this thing. Robinson boys are smart and handsome, right? Like that's their thing. Smart and handsome. Robinson boys are smart and handsome. We do that with our kids, but sometimes we don't realize that we don't do that with ourselves. And it's the same thing whenever you're going diamond. You treat yourself like a diamond. You work like a diamond. You show up like a diamond. You decide that you are a diamond, and everything else follows.
Amen. And the thing too, about the timing of the month, you guys, there have been times through promotions where, you know, I'm towards the last few days of the month and I'm like, all right, but I never, ever, ever lose hope, right? Because I don't want my mind going there. I want my mind constantly going with, I'm going to do whatever it takes, and people are going to come at me. And it happens, you guys. Every promotion, it's happened. People message me that I've been watching for years. Oh, I think I want to try this. I'm like, okay, perfect timing. You know, it's just, it happens. But those things won't happen if you're like, oh my gosh, this is too much. It's not going to happen, you know? So the magic happens at the end of the month. That's why there's month-end mugs that say, I love month-end. It's crazy madness, but you have to embrace it, right? And enjoy the madness, because it's fun. And especially when you're promoting. And last thing, if there aren't any questions, we'll let y'all have a good night. But if you hit a promotion, you guys, once you hit diamond, start running for double. But don't get comfortable. I did that when I went double. When I went double, I got comfortable because it was really good income, and I've never had that kind of income before, ever. And it felt awesome. And I got comfortable for a while, and then I had my mom pass away. And so I sat there for a few years, but I want to encourage you with all my heart to not do that, because once you're in momentum, it, like Mark has been saying lately and Cammie's been saying lately, I feel like they just keep reiterating it. We're in momentum. We pray for times like this, you guys, and you have to run with it. Okay. And so that's my encouragement to you, especially ones that have just promoted recently. Keep running. Even if it feels like a lot, you're going to be so glad that you did, right? Okay. We have a couple minutes left. Otherwise, we'll let you guys have a good night. Does anyone want to unmute themselves with any questions? Or if anyone has a tip too that they want to throw in there, we'll bring it. And yes, Marisa is going triple. She is. You guys are going to be a triple diamond team, y'all.
I'm going to throw one tip out there real quick on volume.
Yeah.
Know exactly what you need and where you need it at all times. Angelina is freaking fantastic at this. She gives us updates all the time. Keeping your team involved in the volume is so big too, you guys, because a lot of times, and I say this because I was guilty of this for so long, until I did a lot of self-development on leadership, and I had to really learn how to do this. But sometimes we sign people and we are working our business and we're teaching them how to work theirs, and we don't update them like on their goal. Their goal always should be Ruby first, right? And so sometimes we just assume that they think that like they don't know, they're going to know because we're talking about it. Get on a Zoom with them one-on-one, talk about a Ruby chart, tell them what they need, walk through those goals with them, and show them exactly what they need. And we can do like immediately tell them like, you can do this. You can do this. This is easy. You can do this. And then once you do this, you just got to do it again and you're going to be emerald. And then you do it again and you're going to go diamond. Like, so just when, like what you're saying to them, if you make it sound so hard, it's going to be so hard. If you make it sound so easy, and this goes with you too, this goes with you too. If you're going after diamond or you're going after double, this is the same thing with you. What you tell yourself, like Rich will always tell me when he sees me, I put it in the chat, but he says, all work is easy work, babe. All work is easy work. And I'm like, you're right, you're right. And he'll start telling me that about the 25th-ish. But you know what I mean? Like in that, and just give them their goal, update them. Say, oh my gosh, do you know that you're like 300 away from being in the 400 club? Do you know you're 150 away from being in the 400 club? This is a big deal. This is a big deal. I'm so excited for you. Have you messaged in like all your family and friends? No? Do you want me to like give you a message you can send out to them? This is a big deal, girlfriend. Celebrate that with them. Talk to them about it. Give them that goal. Pump up that momentum and that excitement within them because emotion causes motion and excitement is an emotion. Excitement is an emotion, and all emotion does is cause people to move. It causes emotion.
I heard Cammie say that exact thing the other day, and I didn't write it down. I was trying to remember what she was saying. Emotion causes motion. I love that.
Oh my gosh,
so
did
much.
she say that for real?
Yes.
Oh, I got that from Zig Ziglar in like 2007. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Yeah. Well, listening to the right people, right?
Yeah, Zig Ziglar.
Okay, y'all. Any questions? Anyone want to give a tip? And don't be scared, y'all, for real. Angelina, you've been diamond. Do we have any more on here? Sorry, I can't see everyone. Okay, well, if we are good, I think we gave you guys some solid information. So thanks again, Christabel, for initiating this. And I'm so glad that we could all come together and, you know, pour into you guys. And I really hope that you know, took some notes or something touched you and you're gonna let it propel you to print out your chart and, you know, run with what really resonated with you. You all can do it, all of you, especially with our new charts. I don't know if you guys knew, but if some of you are new, our diamond charts used to have 26 distributors on there. And you guys at 16 now. You can do it. You can absolutely 100% do it without a shadow of a doubt. So, oh, I'm excited to see who all goes diamond this month. And have a good night, you guys. Checking the chat at the same time. Okay, we're good.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all.